Welcome back to Afternoon Live. Many of us remember being young college students living on ramen, but that doesn't need to be the case according to our next guest. Here with tips on how to help your college student actually save money instead of blowing it is financial educator Steve Siebold is with us today. Hey, Steve.
Hey, Kara, good to see you.
Thanks for coming back on. I'm just thinking about the ramen days. And what's so bad about ramen? But anyhow, let's talk about this, though, about ways that college students can actually save money. And the first one you mentioned is about bank accounts and finding the right one.
Yeah, a lot of banks have special accounts for college students where, they don't have to pay overdraft interest on overdraft. They don't have to carry a certain amount of big balance, that type of thing. So yeah, check out different banks, but they're very competitive.
Are they competitive with each other? If you say, hey, this bank is doing that?
Well, they probably won't make an exception, but there's so many banks out there that, it's a very competitive business.
So what are like the three things you need to take to the bank to ask them as far as what to look for?
Well, I would ask, first of all, for if they have a special accounts, checking accounts for college students. And if they don't, go to another bank. Look them up online. You can do all the research online.
Might as well take advantage of that time, right? Okay, the next one is to cut unnecessary expenses. What are some unnecessary expenses that you see?
Well, it wouldn't be beer if you're a college student. Beer is a necessary expense, I think, probably. But outside of beer, probably anything else you can, going out to eat. A lot of kids, these days don't watch TV in their dorms, from what I understand. So maybe looking at streaming services, cutting some of the streaming services, and just little things that you can cut back on that you don't absolutely need. As
far as those expenses go, is there an easy way that you, like a resource as far as keeping track of your expenses for college kids?
Yeah, definitely. You can go online. There are all kinds of apps that'll show you all the things you're paying for monthly, and the subscriptions, in other words, and they're free apps, and there's so many of them. You just go online and do a search. And most of the college kids, of course, know this, so it's a good strategy.
It's good for us parents, though, to learn, too. Okay,
definitely.
Of course, getting that part-time job, as far as a college student goes, and is that hard to do as far as maintaining a part-time job right now while being in school?
Usually not around the campuses, because the vendors, the restaurants, and different groups around the businesses around the colleges are looking for college students. But I would say look at something in technology. Obviously, that's where everything is, and that's where everything is going to continue to move toward. So anything in technology that you can possibly do to make a few extra dollars. Where
I spent a ton of money in college was on books. Do they have as many books now as they used to?
Yeah, they sure do. And a lot of them are online, though. You can get them online. Back in our day, or my day anyway, we had to carry those around, those huge books, which were really hard to read, and they were crazy expensive. But now you can rent the books. You can get them electronically, and you can buy them used and then sell them back. There's websites, all kind of websites. Campusbooks.com is one. There's lots of them that sell the books, and you can save, 70-80% of the books, which can be very expensive.
Really expensive, and really, the thing I think people worry about is that they're changing the books, like the editions. Do you have to worry much about that?
Yeah, I think you check with each bookstore and just to make sure. It's selling them back. That's where the issue of selling them back comes in. But I would check into that and say, what kind of edition what edition is this, and can I sell this back after the semester? Yeah,
because what I always noticed is there wasn't much of a difference, between the years. If they said, oh, no, you need this edition, it's like, well, maybe only for a sentence or two. I still kind of get the gist to save money.
Yeah, mine were carved in stone. It was so long, so that was hard to change. You couldn't really sell. They were very heavy to carry.
Very heavy. Our shoulder is just getting thrown out. Okay.
Yeah, it made you very strong. That was good. But.
Student discounts. What student discounts are out there?
Yeah, I would look, again, all the research can be done online, but look at student discounts anywhere around campus. Usually around any major campus or any minor campus even, they cater to students. So you're looking for the best discounts you can on food, on groceries, on really anything that you buy. Check online before you shop, and I would, I would go to those vendors that offer those student discounts.
And always worth asking, because sometimes you don't find out until you ask whether or not there's that student discount.
Yeah, they don't always offer that up, and so yeah, definitely something to ask, and then patronize those businesses.
Love it. Thank you so much, Steve. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
Good tips today. We're going to have more information about Steve on our website at KATU.com. Don't go away. Afternoon Live. We'll be right back.